Now what we have going to do yesterday while creating, after that we have created a HANA DB instance to deploy our application to the Cloud Foundry. We need this HANA DB, so that I have created a HANA DB instance. At the time of creating, we have missed to map our Cloud Foundry organization ID as well as the space ID, so that we need to do that. And I have checked whether our DB is running. Yes, our DB is running state. Now we will add those things as a first step, then we will go with the rest of the implementation. Today what are the other topics we are going to discuss is, in today's class, we are going to prepare for a deployment to Cloud Foundry. And so once it's prepared, then we are going to deploy our project to the Cloud Foundry. Okay. It includes a lot of steps to deploy. I will show a step-by-step process how to deploy your application, the created applications to the Cloud Foundry. Then you will get to know how to do that everything. Okay. Now, I'm going to this manage configuration. Okay, in this manage configuration, if you go to this advanced settings, in this advanced settings, there is a option to map. Okay, in this by default it has took the environment as Cloud Foundry. Okay, now we need to map our organization ID first. We will be mapping the organization ID and the environment group is nothing but the space ID. Okay, how we can take the space ID means, okay, first we need to navigate to the particular space, which space you have to map to our HANA DB instance. Those space you have to navigate, because in a real-time project, in an enterprise account, there will be multiple spaces. Okay, so that you have to navigate to the particular space. Then you copy the whole URL. Okay, in the top you will be getting the URL. Copy the whole URL and paste it in a notepad. Yeah, once you pasted that in a notepad, here you could see the space ID. Okay, this is your space ID. Okay, after the space you will be getting the ID. Here you could see the multiple IDs are present. One is a global account, that is a ID, and for the sub account the ID is present, and the org the ID is present, the org ID which we have copied from the overview. And next to that we have taken this space. Okay, this is the space ID. Fine. Copy that space ID and go to our instance details. In an HANA DB instance, paste it here. Okay, now we have mapped it everything. Then click on review and save. Um, it will show what are all the changes it has done, so that you can apply changes, so that you can review your changes. There is a two option: apply changes without restart, apply changes with restart. Okay, if you select apply changes without restart, fine. Okay, we will add apply change with restart. Okay, okay, it's refreshing. The instance state is refreshing. Please refresh the page to view the latest instance state. Okay, what is the notification? It's a start warning. The provisioning option, it took long than expected. SAP investigating the problem. Okay, fine. We will see within a couple of minutes how the what will be the status of this HANA DB. Okay, we will see that later. Now we will go. Yeah, now it's running state. Okay, fine. Now it's in running state. I am navigating to the SAP HANA Database Explorer. I will show you what are all the things that would be available here. Navigating to the HANA Database Explorer. In the HANA Database Explorer, there will be a left side pane and the right side pane. Okay, while we're navigating, you will be getting this ID, the logon credentials pop up. Okay, I need to sign in with this. Okay, DB admin, and the password is uh, okay. Fine. We will sign in later. I will show you in a couple of minutes, guys. While we deploy everything, and I will show you how you can navigate to the HANA DB Explorer and what are all the steps for that. Yeah, hi Nitish.
Hi, Amar.
Yeah. Just now I have started. Actually, what we have done today, we are going to prepare for a deployment. So far, we have covered a lot of the topics and we have added authorization as well. And now we are going to prepare for a deployment and we are going to deploy to the Cloud Foundry. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you are connecting to HANA Cloud also now instead of
No, yes,
yesterday.
yes. Yesterday we have created this instance. Okay. HANA Cloud instance we have
Okay.
created. Okay.
Okay.
And today, once the deployment is done, the instance will be connected to the HANA Cloud also. I will show you in a real time how we can connect that.
Okay.
Yes. Fine. Yeah. Now, what we are going to do to prepare a Cloud Foundry deployment, what we are going to do is at the first step, you need to add a HANA DB to your project. Okay, you need to add a HANA DB. To add a HANA DB, what is the command to add HANA DB is? I'll open this project in a new terminal. Okay, the command to add is cds add HANA space hyphen hyphen for production. Okay, here we have mentioned that it's production. Actually, how it means for the development, we have used a SQLite database. While deploying, we will be considering that as a production system, so that we are going to add this HANA database while deploying, so that we need to add this production command. Okay, while the deployment only, we are considering as a production. Okay, then I'm clicking on the enter. It will add a few set of configurations, the dependencies in a package or JSON file. I will open the package or JSON file. I will show you what are the dependencies it has been added there. Okay. In a package or JSON file, if you see here, it has added for the production HANA database is a HANA, and it has added the SQL native HANA associates is false. Okay. For the production deployment, we no need to use the SQLite. Okay, so that it's mentioned as a false. Fine. This is the one change we need to do, and we need to add a excess UAA also. Okay, what how we can add excess UAA means the same command. CDS add excess UAA for production space hyphen hyphen for production. Okay, clicking on enter. Once we enter this, then we will be see this auth. This provision has been added. Authorization will be added to this excess UAA. So this dependencies will be added in package or JSON. And one more thing, if you notice that you could see this excess security.json file will be created automatically. So we are not going to create this excess security.json file. The system itself within the CDS command itself, this file has been created. Then if you see in this access security.json, there are two components. One is a scope and one is a role templates. Okay. First, we will see the scopes. What are all the scopes? See, I will open a service.cds file. Okay, in a service.cds file, if you remember, for the customer's entity, we have added a restriction. Okay, we have added a roles. The two roles we have added. One is a manager role and the associate role. Okay, for the manager role, we have given all the access so that it has given the star here. And for the associate, we have given only read role. So those roles will be added. See, access app dollar access app name dot manager role, and the description is the manager role. Access app name dot associate role is the associate role. Those two scopes has been added. Why those two scopes is added means these scopes will be referring to this role template. Okay, for this manager role, what is the scope reference is access app name. Okay, this will be reference, the scopes will be directly referring to here in the role templates. These role templates will be created in a HANA, sorry, not in a HANA, in our cockpit, in our BTP cockpit. It will automatically create these two roles while deploying. Okay, what will be the role will be, it will be generate the manager role and the associate role. So we are not going to add any roles. By default, while deploying, the system itself will create a two roles in our cockpit. Okay, for those users, I will show you how it will be, what are the roles which has been created, the role collection it will be created, so that we have to map to the users. Okay, fine, I will show once we deployed. Fine, this is about the access security.json and the access UAA part, component part. Okay, access UAA is a different component. It's very big topic. Actually, we have covered the almost how the access UAA and what are all the basics of this access UAA. Within the CAPM, we are handling the security with this access UAA only. Okay, fine. This is the one thing. And let me go to this package JSON again. Okay, in this package JSON, then we will add our HTML5 repo command. Okay, why we need to add this HTML5 repo dependency means while deploying this application, this whole CAPM project to our BTP account, this UI application. So far, we have created the two UEFI application, right? One is a Fiori elements based custom UEFI application. Sorry, Fiori elements based application, and another one is a custom UEFI application. Okay, those two applications has to be included in this package. Okay, while at the deployment, so that we have to add this dependency HTML5 repo dependency, then only it will be deployed to our Cloud Foundry environment. Why we would add this particular HTML5 repo? That you should know about that. Okay, why we are adding this HTML5 repo, and I will show you that what is that HTML5 repo and how you can refer that. Okay, if you see, if you go to this trial account, okay, yeah, the application, the CAPM application which you have deployed, everything that will be go under the spaces. Okay, and what are all the applications that you have deployed, the UFA application that will be available in this HTML5 repository. Okay, this is the HTML5 repository. In this repository, what are all the UI related applications that you are deploying? Those things will be find out here. Okay, so that we need to add this repo. Repo is nothing but a repository. We need to add that dependency as well. To add the HTML5 repo, there is a one command, cds add html HTML5 hyphen repo. Okay, once I enter this, it will add one dependency to the package or JSON file. If you see here, yes, see the dependency is added HTML5 repo, HTML hyphen repo true, so that the package will be automatically included while deploying. Okay, these are all the one dependencies that we need to add while deploying. Okay, then we need to run a npm install command. Okay, I will show you why we need to run a npm install command for the UI applications. Okay, we will close rest of the files. Here we have added a two UI application. One is a Fiori Elements and one is a custom. Okay, in a Fiori Elements application, if you go to the package.json of this Fiori Elements application, you could see lot of dependencies are there. UI5 CLI dependency, tooling dependency, task dependency. For those dependencies, you need to add a node modules. Okay, then only the node modules will be uh, package it to your application and it will be deployed. Then you can able to access your application in a cloud foundry. For that you need to install a npm I command within the each of the project, each of the UI application. Okay, I'm going to integrate terminal of a fair elements application and I'm running a command as npm I. Okay, once I enter this npm I, npm I and npm install, it will done a both a same job. Okay, yeah, you could find that some of the tools have been deprecated. We could ignore for now, we no need to worry about that. We could ignore for now. If you want to find out what are all the tools that has been deprecated, you need to update to a latest version. There is a one another command npm outdated, so that you can run those command and you can fix those things. Okay, what are the latest version for that? But we are not going to do that as of now. We will be running this for the next application. Okay, for the next application, this is a freestyle application, the same command npm I. Okay, fine. Here we have added this node modules also. Okay, if you could see that you could see that once we run this command, the node modules has been added. Okay, the node modules has been added. Yeah, you could see this is npm this node modules has been added, and for the Fiori elements application also the node modules has been added. Fine. This is the one thing, and the very important thing for the deployment, we should need a mta.yaml file, right? We should need a mta.yaml file. Okay. Before going to the mta.yaml file, yes, first we will go with this mta.yaml file, then we will go with another fixes. Okay, for a deployment we need this mta.yaml file. Okay, how to, so far we have not created any mta.yaml file, so we will create with the command cds add mta. Okay, cds add mta. Once you run this command, npm update package log only to freeze dependencies. Fine. And you could see that mta.yaml file has been added to your application. Okay, if you see in this mta.yaml file, there are multiple modules has been available. At the first, you could see the build parameters. Okay, in the build parameters, there are commands. One is a npm ca command and npx cds build production. These commands will be run once you build your projects. Okay, those commands will be run. This is the one component of a build parameters is a one component of a mta.yaml file, and next to that you could see a modules. Okay, the modules and the resources. Okay, these are all the very important, the modules and the resources are the very important component in this mta.yaml file. Okay, so first we will expand this modules. Okay, what are all the modules that has been available? If you see carefully, there will be a four modules available. Okay, one is SRV. Okay, for the service level, the module SRV module will be available. First, the CAP project service, and for the CAP project DB deploy, this is a DB module. Okay, for the DB module, another one module is available. And here, if you see, for the application deployer, we have created a UFI application, right? For that deployment, the application deployed module is available. Okay, next, and for the UI. Okay, these are all the 3 to 4 modules. For UI, one is a freestyle module, and one is the Fiori elements based. Okay, these are the modules will be available in modules. Okay, these are the very important things. If you see the modules and the resources, okay, yes, if you see in the resources, we have added a HANA related things. Okay, for the deployment, we have added a HANA related things. For that, in the resources, this HANA related things, one resources is added. And for the Cloud Foundry managed services, for the HTML5 related things, HTML5 repo, authorization, project auth. These are all the three subcomponents of the resources. Okay, what are all the dependencies that we have added for that to create an instance in our Cloud Foundry cockpit? Those dependencies has been added in this mta.yaml file. Once you deploy your application to your Cloud Foundry, you could see that the multiple instances will be created. I think it will create a 3 instance. One is for the yeah, let me recollect how many instance. DB app. Okay, once you deploy the application, it will create a um, 4 instance. Okay, one is for the HTML application repository service, and one is for the SAP HANA schemas and the HDA containers, and one is for the authorization and the trust management. There will be 3, and another one is for the destination service. Okay, why the destination service instance has been created in the sense, see, we have used, so we have created a UFA application. Those UFA application has to be transfer the data from this HANA database. Okay, for that by default, we will be adding a work zone related dependencies. Okay, once this work zone related dependencies is added, you could see in this mta.yaml file, the destination will be created by default. Okay, I will show you what will be the destination dependencies added in this mta.yaml file. And once the deployment is done, and you could see the instances. Okay, what are all the instances that has been created, the destination service instances, what is it's added in our Cloud Foundry cockpit. Okay, next, the next thing is we are going to add a work zone standard. Okay, work zone related dependency. Okay, to add a work zone related dependency, why you need this work zone dependency, right? To elevate your UFA application to the end user, we need to create a work zone. For that, we are adding a dependency in a project itself, so that we will be able to see that while at the deployment. CDS add work zone standard. Once you click on enter, it's adding a 3 dependencies. Okay, adding a future of destination, adding future of a HTML5 repository, and adding a future of work zone standard. Okay, see, I have told you before that destination will be added. Okay, how you can see the destination details means, if you go to this empty.yaml file, so far we have seen in our where we have seen means, yeah, Okay, so far we have not seen this destinations. Now in the module section, you could see this project destinations has been created for this first cap project. This destination is created and the destination details. So what are all the destinations that has been created while creating a destinations? What are all the URLs it has been given and what are the authentication? There is a type, proxy type, whether the forward token is true or dynamic destination is true. What are the details we will be giving while creating the destinations? Those details has been given in this. Okay, you could find all the details while adding this dependency. This is under the resources. Okay, fine. Then what you need to do, and you could see you have to see one more dependencies that has been added while adding this build work zone standard, which is a HTML5 repo. Okay, if you go to your manifest.json file, yes, you should go to the manifest.json file of your UI application. Okay, if you see this, the semantic objects related information will be added. Okay, cost navigation and the freestyle UI cap display. Here the title is not added. We will add a title. Semantic objects is a freestyle UI cap, action, and everything. This has been added here. Okay. Okay. We will add a title now. This is a customer details. Okay. Customer, not a customer, customer order details. Okay. Customer order details. I have given the title. Fine. And fine. This is the thing. Okay. For the same, for the freestyle application also, we will do this. Inside the manifest, you could see the same has been added here. Here also I'm going to change it. Title. Okay. Freestyle UI. Okay, just I have given this title the same as a freestyle UI, but as per your wish, you can give whatever the title while doing a deployment. Okay, this is fine. And next to that, one thing I need to correct in this manifest.json file. First, I will tell you why I need to correct this. Okay, because if you see the in the destination service, okay, the service API and the service URL. Okay, within this service API and the service URL, this uh, URL will be automatically generated once you deploy the application. Next, if you open your UI application within a Cloud Foundry, there will be a pre-populated host and port URL will be added, and then it will once you within that host and port, your OData service will be added to fetch those data. Okay, for that, what you have to do, this prefix of this OData slash v4 customer, this prefix of slash you need to remove it. Okay, then only, because at the end of this host and port you will be getting one slash, and by adding the same slash you will be getting some error, some error like a 403 forbidden error, like this you will be getting. To avoid those errors, you need to remove this prefix slash in your manifest.json for this OData. Okay, we'll be removing a two slashes in a to manifest a JSON file as well. Okay, those things are done. And next what we will be adding is we are going to change some of the values, okay, in a mta.yaml file. Okay, see, if you go to this mta.yaml file, okay, if you go to this mta.yaml file, under the modules, you could see three parameters. Okay, one is a name, type, and the path. Okay, by default, what it has been given, the path is a gen/srv. Okay, this is the path it has been taken by the default. But what I'm going to do here is, okay, before going to change the path, I'm going to change this. Okay, this is fine. Target path. Okay, for the UI applications, we need to change the target path. Yes, the build results and the target path. We need to change this build results and the target path for our UI5 applications. Okay, why we are changing this build results and the target path means, okay, once the build has been done, right now what we have given that build package, the zip package. See, this will be the first underscore cap underscore ui dot zip and the freestyle underscore ui underscore cap dot zip. Those zip will be added while you creating a while you building your applications. To give it a specific to one of the folder, I am going to give a resource. Okay, I will go to give a resource as a one of a folder. Okay.